Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Meredith Watson, psychoneuroimmunology practitioner, transformational soul journey coach. I wanted to talk to you today about your doctor doesn't know everything. And I know that a lot of us put a lot of faith in our doctors. We put a lot of faith in conventional mainstream medicine, but they don't know everything. Medicine is not an exact science. I want you to think, do you ever have a back pain or stomach pain, an addiction, depression, and you can't figure out why? Even Western medicine, conventional medicine, they may not have an answer. And what I do as a transformational soul journey coach is I delve deep with you to understand the underlying issue and what it might be. Where in conventional medicine, mainstream medicine typically will look at the surface or the symptom. I look at the root cause. Where did it come from? When did it start? How did it start? What was going on when it first presented? What issues were surrounding the pain? My superpower, my soul calling, my soul purpose is to help people heal and transmute their pain into passion and purpose. And most people have no idea that stored emotions and most pain can be traced back to their emotions and trauma that went unresolved. I want you to go through a story with me. Picture it about 18 months ago. I was at home with my then 4-year-old daughter, and I was starting to not be able to breathe. Pain galore in my chest and my arms, and I knew I was sick, but I had no idea I was having a heart attack. I was otherwise healthy, active, eating nutritiously, and the doctors deemed it a heart attack, and once realizing I had no medical reason for the occurrence, helped me to delve deeper into what emotions may have caused this heart attack. I watched a TED Talk, and the speaker was a psychoneuroimmunologist, and which is, of course, the study of and the science of how pain is the result of unresolved emotions and trauma. And I went on to study this. Like, it was so intrigued by it, it just blew me away. And I retraced my steps, and I realized about a month prior to the heart attack, I'd had a huge upheaval with my mom. Everybody knows my mom is my heart and soul, the light of my life. Other than my daughter, she is my everything. And I was also about to embark upon a tumultuous spiritual awakening. I started to do inner work, yoga, meditation, yoga polarity therapy, learning about holistic health and energetic healing. I did some DNA activations or reactivations, retraced my ancestral line to do the DNA and ancestral healing. And I came to learn, kind of like a punch in the face, to stand in my own power. And all the traumas I'd undergone, all the pain, all the suffering had gotten me to a place so that I could use my healing to help others, but more so that I would have kind of this firsthand aerial view, bird's eye view of what it is to be spiritually awakened, what it means to have all of your pain have no real background and you can't really figure out why, or maybe what you think it is not truly what it is. And to uncover emotions and trauma that you really have kind of suppressed and punched down, and for whatever reason, maybe you were told that emotions are bad, or you can't feel a certain way, or you're told how you should feel, or what you should think, or what you should do. Excuse me. But I want you to also look with me at a couple of different normal everyday pains that a lot of people suffer from. We're going to look at back pain, sore throat, and of course heart attack, because that's very personal to me. Back issues represent support of life. Back problems, rounded shoulders, carrying the burdens of life, helplessness, hopelessness. Lower back pain usually results from fear of money, lack of financial support. Mid-back pain, we find, has to do with guilt, stuck in all of the stuff that's back there, kind of a get off my back mentality. Upper back pain represents the lack of emotional support, feeling unloved, holding back love. And if you have a back curvature, which I know a lot of people that have that, the inability to flow with the support of life, and fear and trying to hold on to old stories and ideas, not trusting life, lack of integrity, no courage or conviction. So let's just take an example. You had the onset of the back pain after your husband lost his job and your mom suffered a stroke. Now you have to financially support the family at this point, and in all the ways support your mom. Let's just say, for the sake of the story, your father has passed away or he's not in the picture. You worry about financially supporting your family. You're guilty because you resent them both. You have to do what's right, the right thing, or you feel obligated to do the right thing. Maybe your mom was never there for you and really wasn't supportive to you, and you felt like you could not support you were not supported by her. You weren't able to support her. She was unable to support you. You've always been this needy, unable to support yourself. So here she comes again, needing you to support her again. And a lot of people, especially in certain cultures, that family dynamic is what builds their life. It's the very premise of everything. In fact, for most of us, our family background, the formative years of our life are the things that teach us and kind of shape who we become. So those are kind of a backstory of possible back pain. So now we're going to look at throat pain. The throat area is the avenue of expression, the channel of creativity. Throat problems, the ability to speak up for yourself, swallowed anger, stifled creativity, refusal to change, sore throat, which I suffered from a great deal as a child, holding on to angry words, feeling unable to express yourself. You never speak up for yourself. Maybe you're the person who you were ridiculed in school, you didn't really have a voice, you were ridiculed for having a voice, maybe you were the youngest and you had to really accentuate yourself and maybe never felt heard or like your voice was heard, your needs were met, your needs were heard. You had an overbearing friend, or you have overbearing friends who never ask your opinion. They just assume that you want to tag along and do whatever they want to do. Your creative side may not have been supported. A lot of families do not support the artistic and the creativity that we have bolding up inside of us. So, you can't get a job as a theater artist, or you can't get a job doing this. You need to find something stable and secure where you can support yourself. And your creative side may not, like I said, been supported, and you're so used to all of this other garbage being piled upon you that you really never bust out or burst out of your shell to speak your truth. Maybe you have the voice of an angel, but being a famous singer wasn't really applauded, and having a singing career was not supported. So in that way, you stifle your voice. You may have throat problems, and you don't really ever talk about or voice your needs or your concerns because that wasn't supported. And of course, the heart attack for me is very personal. It represents the center of love and security, squeezing out all of the joy out of your heart in favor of money or position. For me, it was about a position, feeling I belonged and feeling like I was included so that I'd have a position within my family and friend group. And oftentimes that begets a feeling of feeling alone and scared. I'm not good enough. I don't do enough. I'll never make it. Heart problems, we find, has a lot to do with long-standing emotional problems, lack of joy, hardening of the heart, believing in strain and stress, heartburn. It's all about fear, constant fear, ever-changing fear, ever oppressive fear, clutching fear. And I never felt, like I said, I belonged or genuinely was loved. I was told everything I loved was bad, so there goes being allowed to enjoy and embrace fun and joy and euphoria. And money was used as a tool to control. Around the people that I was around, every time they gave you anything, money, anything, it came with a huge price that you almost did not want to pay. And there goes my money story, thinking that money has to be hard, money doesn't grow on trees, and that money is a control, so you don't want to not have enough. Not feeling that money could be mine, that it would slip through my fingers or I would owe someone. And this is in essence what I help my clients do: uncover underlying reasons for their physical and emotional pain, find the root cause. In sessions together, we do energetic healing, intuitive guidance, holistic health upgrades. We do an in-depth analysis. You can really delve deep into why it is you have this pain, because I can promise you it is most likely not what you think. Think about when you listen to the radio. The music is not coming from the radio. It's coming from somewhere else. It's being kind of funneled into your radio, your iPod, your TV, your computer, whatever you're listening on. But a lot happened before it ever reached your sound system to where you could hear it. And a lot happened with your pain, wherever it's presenting itself and in whatever capacity it's presenting itself. Believe you me, I can assure you that there's a bigger, deeper, more intrinsic reason and root cause behind the reason that you're suffering the pain that you are. And I also provide my clients with a portal of resources to fortify and enhance and propel their healing: JPEGs, mind maps, ebooks, strategies, formulas, of course, cognitive behavior therapy, talk therapy. We talk it out. dialogue is very important. Formulas, e-courses, videos, meditations, affirmations. And I love what I do. And I truly believe that every pain has an underlying reason. And my goal, my sole purpose is to help you find it. If you want to just grab a freebie from me, see how I operate, kind of get an idea of who I am as a doctor, as a friend, as a person, as a coach, as a healer, feel free to head over to my website. I have 2 freebies there. One is the blueprint to getting what you want. Discover easy peasy steps to implement your heartfelt desires. And then, of course, I have my free ebook, Transmute. It's my personal story of transformation and how I utilize my story, my pain, to transmute and help my clients and turn their pain, transmute their pain into passion and purpose. I hope this resonated. I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions or concerns, I'll come back around and check the comments. But I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. And I wish you love and light. Thanks so much for listening.